Crisis lingers on in silence, hidden beneath the gaiety of youthful laughter in Buyikwe district, a rustic sugar belt in central Uganda. Across the lush green landscape, most communities in Buyikwe district live in abject poverty. According to national demographic surveys, 1 out of 5 women in Uganda engage in sexual activity before the age of 15. Teenage pregnancy is one of the major factors which inhibits continued education for girls in Uganda. For instance, it is estimated that 28% of school-aged girls are engaged in sexual activity, resulting in 80.1% of them becoming pregnant, and 97% of those are discontinued from their studies. At this humble hamlet of Nkokonjeru, Buyikwe district, a young girl whose face we have concealed is 6 months pregnant.
Nali nsoma bwenafunira olubuto naye nali seeyagalira lufuna nno olubuto n'omulenzi nange yankwata byampa nange natya okubuulirako taata kuba mama naye waka teyaliyo. Luno olubuto baalulaba luvuddeyo nga nange seetegeera nti ndi lubuto naweza emyezi 3 nga sirwala. Taata n'agendayo ewa taata w'omulenzi. Taata w'omulenzi n'agamba wagenda kunzijanjaba. N'amaze okuzaala ngenda kuddayo kusoma kuba ne taata ayagala nsoma. Nze nange njagala kusoma.
She was studying at this Islamic primary school, which is adjacent to her home on the outskirts of Buyikwe town. In this classroom, crammed with teenage girls, a teacher conducts classes. It is a privilege to be in school, and it keeps these girls away from the prying eyes. The Education Ministry has rolled out revised guidelines of 2022 to assist adolescent mothers and pregnant girls in completing their school cycles, as well as to provide schools with guidance on the prevention and management of teenage pregnancy in school settings.
We have disseminated the policy and we have engaged the schools, especially the head teachers and the school management committees, to handle cases at the school level. We have also engaged the community through the local leaders to make sure that they disseminate this information to the schools and even to the parents in the community. We have even provided the booklets at school level where they record these cases and also counsel the parent and even counsel the learner. And as a result, we have seen some positives coming up.
However, the guidelines place limitations and conditions on teenage mothers to return to school. They provide for a mandatory leave of 1 year from the time a female learner is 3 months pregnant until the baby is 6 months old. In case it is a male learner responsible for the pregnancy, he will also be subjected to the same period of leave. However, if a girl is just a month or 2 weeks away to sit her promotional exams, permission should be granted to sit for the exams before taking the mandatory leave. A study conducted by the Initiative for Social and Economic Rights warns that this policy position is counterproductive in facilitating the return of school learners, and the majority end up dropping out of schools. Some schools often subject girls to non-consensual mandatory pregnancy testing, eroding their bodily autonomy and dignity.
The way they're handling these girls is also abusive through a human rights lens, where they are treating the girls and pushing them out of the system with a moral argument of protecting the non-pregnant learners. We see school nurses and administrators expelling these girls, but no one pauses to ask her, what happened to you? Why did you get pregnant? Who's responsible for this pregnancy? And these are the critical questions which anyone, let it be a faith leader, a school founding leader, must pause and question.
The fight against teenage pregnancy remains weak and fragmented, resulting in disjointed interventions that fail to address the multifaceted nature of teenage pregnancy. As a result, adolescent girls are left vulnerable to stigma, exclusion, and systemic neglect in environments that should be enabling and protective. To return to school.